Good evening, everybody. Sorry for the slight delay. We had all the technical issues tonight. Before we get started, thank you all for joining us and sticking with us through that. And thank you all who joined us on Friday for our in-person stream and the thrilling conclusion of Sky Pirates Precious Cargo. That was very nice ending to that, and definitely left it open for interpretation as well as potential more in the future. Well, just stick around, you might find out. So, before we get started today, unfortunately we are down Lindsay due to work things. It's the holiday season and people have plans, dinners and stuff. So she hopefully will be back with us next week. She will be missed. Other than that, Scott, tell him about the thing.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm here to tell you about my thing. My thing is patreon.com/thosenatural1s. It's the best way to support the stream. There are many different levels you can choose from with many different benefits. For example, if you had the Iron Half level or above, you would have just gotten our weekly character sheets. And if we had them, maps and NPCs, and then if we run into them, I'll add them up there later. If you had the Casil level or higher, you would have been able to watch the short that's coming out Friday since last Friday. So there's lots of cool different things. At the Amishra level, there's a weekly shout out. So once again, thank you to Flora and Les Marlat and Don Marlat. We appreciate your continued support. Check out the full list of our patrons at the mid screen and the end screen. And check it out, patreon.com/thosenatural1.
Absolutely. Plenty of things to choose from there, and awesome merch for everybody if they subscribe to a high enough level. So, if they are not following us on Patreon, where else can they find us and support us, Emery?
When you're not supporting us on Patreon, you can tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard or Daylight Savings Time, depending on, where we are in the year. On YouTube, on Twitch, on Trovo, on Kick. You can interact with us on our Facebook page. You can talk to us on Twitter or X if you're a billionaire simp. You can interact with us and talk to us on Threads. You can talk to our very own Butch. Butch's blog on what's that place
Tumblr.
that got rid of
It's
all
called
the
Tumblr.
It's called Tumblr. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting them ever since they got rid of their lewds. You can
Haven't been
also,
back since, huh?
Nope. They knew what I wanted and got rid of it.
Oh, God.
And you can also interact with us on the thing that I'm remembering because I'm slowly regressing in age, TikTok,
which you can see Lindsay's one and only behind the scenes of PAX Unplugged on TikTok. She had the opportunity to go to PAX Unplugged this past weekend, recorded some videos. She's posting some behind the scenes content over the next few days from PAX, little retrospective. So make sure you sub to us on TikTok as well. And
do remember to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Leave a comment for us. Any and all engagement really helps us out.
Absolutely. And we are starting to ramp back up with short and mid-range production, so see quite a few. Another reason to subscribe or to follow us, support us on Patreon, whatever verbiage you want to use, because you will get that early access, like Scott said, to all of the new and exciting content that's coming out here over the next few months. So, and also, if you're a Prime subscriber, you know what to do. You get one free Twitch subscription every month. Go ahead and drop it on us. Show us your support. Maybe we can finally hire that crew that we were just told we need because of all of our technical issues. Other than that, podcasts as well. Podcasts.
Yes. wherever podcasts are disseminated.
Exactly.
Look up those natural ones.
And I think that is just about everything. So, Sam, even though you weren't here, I know you know what happened. So what happened last week?
I'm always here. Last week, Arnon and Casil made it out into the courtyard of the tower, which immediately started moving around again as soon as they left the courtyard. The rest of the party, with a masked up Orpheus, headed towards the closest thing to a town square they could find. And in that approximate town square, they found a general store with signs of the resistance. In that general store, some of the party consumes drink, and Gwen and Butch didn't take it well. Using the sending stone, Arnon contacted Gwen to let the party know that he had escaped the tower, and he only heard retching in return, which I believe wasn't a joke and was fully canon. As also finding signs of the resistance, Arnon entered a building to find Gwen and Butch retching on the floor, the drink that they had consumed. After some catch-up, the imp that was seen at the general store called the group back to the store, confident that we weren't evil spies. The barkeep, Zonus, revealed that in exchange for our magical nut milk jug, that the pit fiend we were after is Muxaxis. He also shared, or Moosaxis, as I've heard, is an alternative pronunciation. He also shares that the only way to the tower is to purge it from your thoughts. So we decided to hunker down in the room provided by the shopkeep/barkeep, wait for the amulet to recharge, and come up with a way for all of us to not think of the tower. And that is where we stopped
And
start now.
Both. A thing can be two things.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for that. Now, that is where we will pick up as he took you into this back room, opened the hatch in the floor, and descended down into a small little bunker with a few bunks on the sides, very low lit. Slightly less hot, but still uncomfortable. Very muggy down here, too. No real consistent airflow. As you all pile into this small cellar-like room, 7 of you total, including Casil. What are you doing?
I have to duck out for a real-world thing, but I'll be back soon. Like 20 minutes?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So, what are the rest of you doing? Well, Butch instantly falls asleep.
Well, we should probably compare notes.
That would be smart.
The tower is crazy.
Say more.
Crazy.
Noted.
Never-ending hallways. And, I walked, a quarter mile and then went in the door and ended up where I started a quarter mile ago. And then I found this flower, and through, ingenious scientific method, figured out that it's a portal with the petal. So there's all these symbols. We need to use it we need to find the symbol that's going to get us closest to this moose-ass guy.
You just pulled leaves randomly, didn't you?
No, I did the scientific method. I had Seal here look at the symbol, see if he recognized anything. He's like, that's courtyard. Bam. Opened up a door to the courtyard, walked through, ran on out. And as soon as we were out, tower was way over there again, and way over there, and way over there. As soon as we stepped out of the courtyard. Crazy.
What happened? What happened with Rakshasa?
Oh, killed him.
Well,
Skewered him.
problem solved.
For good this time.
Cut his tendons in the back of the knees and fell into me and went onto my sword, and I just kind of called him a bad kitty. It's pretty awesome, actually. So what have you guys been doing? Thanks for coming, by the way. That's cool.
Yeah.
Unless you're just like here for another reason, it just happens to be.
Well, we thought you might need some help, and it doesn't seem like you did. But good on you. We discovered I have a
Seal?
bounty on my head.
He punched
And-
that Rakshasa and stunned him like he couldn't move. It was crazy. Just punched him in the solar plexus.
Well, he is the general's brother.
Wait, he did that with his bare hands.
Yeah. Like, you were like, boop, 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 boop. The guy couldn't move. It was awesome.
That is incredible. We're going to need that for the coming assault that we're about to make.
Yeah. I mean, you're coming, Casil, right? And you're coming back with us when we go?
I mean, my resistance cell is decimated. As long as you don't leave me again, yes, I'm coming with you this time.
Definitely for the best. You coming with us, not the everything that happened the first time we left.
Probably
So-
didn't think that door thing through enough.
You think?
Yeah, I think.
So in order to get back to the tower, apparently we need to, in some way, make it so that the tower isn't even on our mind at all.
Here's what I'm thinking. We just start walking down the street, and then somebody asks Butch what he would like to eat.
That
And
fixes
then he'll
it.
talk about it for like 20 minutes. And
Probably won't work for me. Eventually, I'll just tune him out.
That droning on would definitely make me think of I cannot wait to actually get to the tower. I think we're going to, our approach to removing the tower from our minds is going to be varied. Orpheus, I'm sure you have your own way of putting thoughts out of your mind.
Usually, it's just hitting things.
I don't know how you're supposed to not think of something. Like, when I say I don't want to think of something, then I think about it for like days. Like a song. Like, I don't even like Tinker's Daughter, but then I think of Tinker's Daughter, and then that melody just in my head over and over again for like 2 or 3 days.
Do we have a way of putting thoughts in someone's head? Like, I could yell into each of your minds about things that aren't the tower. Like, purple elephants, 3-headed dogs,
That's
existential crisis about we all return to the dirt.
I cast Inception.
That's far more pleasant than what I was about to suggest.
I mean, it wouldn't work for me because I'm still going to be thinking thinking about the tower while telling you all things that aren't the tower. So, still open to your suggestion.
You might not be as soon as I say it.
I could probably like cut myself. That usually takes my attention.
I hurt myself today.
That is unfortunately closer to what I was going to suggest.
Oh, you were gonna pull out a nose hair?
Oh.
That hurts.
Oh.
Survival's a good distraction. Could just start a fight and run. Eventually, we'll get where we're going.
That is one
Pain
way.
was the option?
Hey, Chris, did
Pain
you
and
log
or
in under
fear.
player 6?
I might have. Let me log
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Yeah, it was showing me Rhett was here, but you weren't, so.
Sorry.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Okay. Is there any way to test this?
Yeah, I mean, you can always just start walking.
Well, if one of us is successful in not thinking of it, it appears for us, right? But we don't have to enter it. I'm posing this to the group, I guess.
It sounds as though if one of us is successful, that one makes their way to the tower. It's not a group thing.
But could we test it with one of us, like to see if, okay, me yelling into your head is enough without you actually leaving?
Any volunteers?
I don't.
Also,
I've seen what this girl does with heads. Count me out.
he picks pain over hearing me talk in his brain. I accept that. That's fine. I get it.
If no
This-
one else is willing, I'll try it.
Is this the same day we've arrived in hell?
Oh, yeah, you're still on the
Or
first day.
dis?
Are you?
This is day one.
This is still day 1.
This is day one.
This is.
How are you gonna find your way back to us if you make it to the tower?
That was my question. Like, do you have to enter it, or can you just be like, oh, it's here, and then you think about it, and then it...
Do all
Walk
of
out
us
and it
have a
comes.
spell that requires concentration? So I would assume if you have to concentrate on the spell, you can't concentrate on the tower.
Is that enough?
That's
I do.
that's another theory. I have Of course I have several of those.
Well, if we all concentrate on something, and then I'll yell into the minds, and for those who don't want me to yell into their mind, I can only do that one person at a time. I don't know if that's an issue.
Well, the only one that doesn't have no. Orpheus has concentration spells, doesn't he?
I do.
Well, I think we all got one then.
Right, you've got the dragon's breath.
Yep. Expeditious retreat as well.
You just
Oh,
cast
yeah.
guidance.
I want to get there a little faster. Of course, if we don't want to use magic, we could just start a fight. I'm a wanted man.
We want to start a fight, heading into a fight.
That sounds like a good way to get ourselves locked up in the tower, or worse, Mentiri.
Point of order. If today is the 27th of the 11th month, and we have 28-day months, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Correct.
The 6th, we'd be able to use the amulet again?
Yes.
Okay.
So, 6 days in hell, nothing to do.
We have at least one thing to do.
Is there a hop on, hop off tour? I asked Conceal, but he didn't know what I was talking about.
I was going to say, you made that joke once already.
It's not a joke, it's a real question.
I was seriously in character, so
Make of that what you will.
like hop on, hop off mules, you know. What's the other thing we have to do?
Well, eliminating Muxassus was the other thing.
Well,
you
that
were the original thing. Outside of recovering you and eliminating Muxassus,
that's the
it's
thing we
sweet.
have to wait 6 days for. Unless you guys want to get stuck up there. I thought you meant we had another thing to do in the meantime.
I'm assuming there's more than one navigational plant.
I just happened upon this one. I wouldn't know where to find another one. Did you say something about Stygia?
Stygia was an idea if what was happening to Rhett's father was somehow disconnected from Muxassus, but it appears they're connected. So this is, unless there's any other indication, this is it.
What would Stygia have to do with it?
Stygia was the realm of one of the Lord of Hells that we inadvertently freed.
Yeah.
The one connected to the curse and/or dark gift given to Harrison Grundle Tractor.
Wait. Grundle Tractor made a deal with that guy?
Yes.
The one we freed from the ice?
That deal seems to be culminating in quite possibly Muxassus making his way into our world, or at least attempting to for a second time.
Just anybody know how long that takes?
No earthly idea.
How long has Gwen's dad been sick?
Rhett's dad.
Rhett's dad.
I don't think Heimer's sick. I hope not.
It's a whole different kind of sick.
In the head.
How long has Rhett's dad been sick? Do we know?
So Rhett received letters,
A communicado.
yeah, and sendings from as far back as when you guys first came back from the water plane, of her mom saying that they needed to take, or she needed to take her dad to an appointment, and that the doctors still weren't sure what was going on. That was the first sending she got from her mother in the game.
They really want this guy to be on our plane, so do we really have 6 days to wait? Gonna make a difference? I think him getting to our plane might be way worse than us getting stuck here.
Are you suggesting that we handle that now?
I'm wondering if anybody knows how long we have. I'd rather not get stuck here.
Right. That's out of the frying pan and all that.
Gwen, quick recap for everyone who might not know, because I absolutely know the answer to this question because I'm the DM and I know everything. In game time, how long has it been since you guys came back from the water plane?
Oh, shoot.
Check the calendar.
Yeah. While she
Yeah,
does
it's gonna
that,
be a second.
yeah. While she does that, continue your scene.
Well, if we have any interest in trying to save Mr. Grundle Tractor, we might want to try to handle that before we take on the Pit Fiend. But
Well-
it's rare that you get an opportunity like this.
Don't we have to take care of the Pit Fiend to take care of Grundle Tractor? Isn't it the Pit Fiend that's
Yeah.
trying to go through him?
Yeah, that's. It's all connected. We eliminate the Pit Fiend here in Hell, and hopefully, Harrison Grundle Tractor is saved as a result.
I'm sure Mr. Grundle Tractor is just a fantastic dude, but I'm kind of like his wife's hot, at least.
Oh, God.
I'm sure that I'm more worried about, like the whole devil breaking through to our plane thing, because they obviously want him here. They've been trying to get him here for a long time.
Were you asking when we went to the water plane or when we came back from that whole adventure to Misery Montage, Sigil, all of that?
When did you? Yeah, when you finally made it back to Conskaria. Because that was when Rhett got her first sending from her mother.
So when we ended up on the opposite side of the world from Contacaria, that was the 3rd of the 10th month. So it's been
Almost 2 months.
like month and a half,
Okay.
6 weeks.
I was Harrison
7 weeks.
looking. Was he communicative at all, or?
She mumbled.
I don't
What?
think we were able to make out what he was saying to Rhett when they had a private time, but
He said something about
visibly he looked like he was on death's door. It's
I know
It-
when Butch was doing his best to inspect Rhett's father, he kept mentioning a price to be paid. When we were trying to help, unhelpfully, but he wasn't saying a whole lot.
Have I ever heard anything about this ability of devils?
Go ahead and make a history check with advantage because of your fiend knowledge.
26.
The 26, I mean, you've heard of possession before. You're pretty well versed in possession. No real stories of the next step beyond that, bringing anyone through, but also from your research, you have no reason to ultimately doubt that it's possible. It's never happened before that you are aware of, but
Does what they're talking about sound like Harrison's possessed?
I'll say with a 26, it definitely yes. They haven't really given you that much to go on, but that's where your mind is starting to take you, is towards a demonic possession.
Do I have any sense of whether or not we have 6 days? Or if it's going to be over before then?
You've never dealt with a possession, or with a possession turning into a kind of like alien style extraction into the world, so you really wouldn't know.
Maybe we contact the general and get her input. I mean, she might have a way to get us out earlier. Or...
Arnon, you said you happened upon that plant by circumstance.
Yeah, it was in the storage room where our weapons were kept.
Do you, by chance, have any ability to read anything?
Well, Casil could read
magically
it.
off that?
The symbols were similar to Infernal. That's how he could tell the one was the courtyard. So
Okay.
it was like Infernal hieroglyphics or something. Or he made a great guess. I don't know. Casil.
Yes, it's a very rudimentary form of infernal.
Okay. All right, before I contact the general, just to make sure, we're giving her the situation, and I'm going to ask for what would be the most prudent course of action, given what we know. Okay. I begin to cast Sending
Okay.
to try to contact the general.
Okay. What are you saying? What are you sending?
General, we've retrieved Casil, rescued Arnon in this
Bitch.
bitch. Opportunity to attack one of the generals is available. Just plain shifted.
Plane shift would be one word.
Oh, just plain shifted. Please advise.
Roll me a d20.
Oh. Big money, no whammy, no whammy. Hey, there we go.
There we go. All right, so a minute goes by. You hear a familiar voice in your head. good news on finding Casil and Arnon. If the opportunity presents itself, taking out another general would be beneficial. Rumors of imminent attack circulating here.
At the end of the message.
Yeah, that was 25 words.
Okay. Okay. General says it would be beneficial to eliminate them here. And apparently, there are rumors of an imminent attack.
Did you mention the 6-day thing?
I did mention just plane shifted, so I'm assuming she knows we have 6 days before we can return.
Well, if there is an imminent attack, maybe we can provide a distraction down here. Seeing as we can't easily return in time.
Do we go tonight, or do we rest and
Well,
get
we
our
need.
strength back up?
We should probably rest. But if we can find another flower, and we have to book out, we can use the flower to get back to the courtyard and run.
I mean, there's pedals on there that correlate with multiple different sections of the tower. Worst case scenario, if shit goes sideways, you just grab one and throw it against the wall, and we hope that where we're going is less populated.
Is there anyone that would be close to the exit, like the courtyard one that's already used?
The problem is that the tower, just like the city, changes consistently, even more frequently than the city itself. Rooms do not stay centralized. However, here, let me see that flower again.
Here.
Starts looking through it. He's like, I do see a few in here that are, storage. This one says storage. This one says armory. This one says, there are and then he kind of looks through and he's like, wait, there are a couple more in here that say courtyard. If we are in the heat of battle and the pit, and it turns out that the pit fiend is going to best us, we could use one of these. It might even be beneficial for every person individually to carry a pedal on themselves, just in case we need to split up.
So there's more than one courtyard pedal? They're duplicate pedals?
Yes, I mean you have to understand that these are meant for, like, this was given to someone to be their more or less permanent form of transportation around the tower. So there is multiple pedals in here that represent the same locations. My point is, while we don't have enough courtyards to give everyone access to the courtyard, I would strongly recommend everyone take at least one pedal as a backup plan, just in case something bad shit does go sideways and we are separated and we can't all make it out of the same portal. It might be beneficial for maybe a few of us to slap onto the nearest surface and at least teleport to a storeroom or something like that. if that becomes the way of things, if we do have to bugger off.
That's a good idea.
It won't be ideal because, well, without everyone else, you'll more or less be trapped inside the tower, but I guess probably better to cross that bridge when we come to it, better be trapped in a storeroom in the tower than dead at the hooves of a pit fiend, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
well, how many courtyard ones do we have?
He kind of glances through. It looks like there's 2 more in here. Now, these petals do regenerate after a while, but it might be a week or 2 before those 2 that you already used regenerate.
Neato.
When you use those petals, did they leave any kind of signature, anything they could use to trace?
I mean, they leave a giant fucking gaping door for a few seconds. But once that door, and they can see the other side of the door, so if they're looking, they can see what is on the other side of the door. But there's no like magical signature or any type of fingerprint.
So it'd only be temporary if they saw us leave.
Correct.
Seal. Is there anything you can tell us about the denizens of the tower that might give us an advantage in combat?
From what I've heard, the multiple layers of the tower are inhabited mostly by lesser guards, but still within Dispater's personal circle, the ones that he trusts the most. Mostly guards made up of chain devils and the like. There was the Rakshasa, which was a personal friend of Titivolus, who gave him
Name dropper.
gave him special privileges inside the tower to conduct his own business. Clearly, from what you told me last time, it seemed like that was a mutually beneficial relationship. The top of the tower is Dispater's throne room, of course, and directly below that is the Titivolus's chambers and the chambers of the 3 generals, one of which is Mosaxus.
Is there a chamber where they keep secrets?
I'm sure there probably is, but
Secrets.
unfortunately, I don't see any petals in here that specifically direct to the general's chambers. It would be risky, but the only way I can see to get directly there is through the throne room.
So we should probably have pass without a trace.
That would be
Just spitball in here.
beneficial, yes. And unfortunately, I am not aware of where in the chambers that these petals will put us out at, so keep that in mind as well.
Do you happen to know when there's like meeting times in the throne room that we should avoid?
Unfortunately not. From what I am aware, I mean, rumors and speculations are that Dispater hasn't been seen for eons. He rules silently due to his paranoia and the feeling that everyone is eventually going to come after him.
Funny that.
He rules, Titivolus rules in his stead. Titivolus is the face of Dispater, more or less. He is the one that shows up when there is any kind of presence that needs to be seen, any kind of show of force or anything. It is typically Titivolus, Mosaxus, and the other 2 pit fiends.
As I see it, our plan is to make our way into the tower. Hopefully, potentially procure another more predictable flower that can get us around exactly where we need to go. If not, we're going through the throne room. We eliminate Muxassus.
Well, again,
Hopefully he's by himself.
I would like to reiterate that these flowers are more or less similar. I mean, if the petals are not currently on this one, that means one of two things. Either a direct portal does not exist or it has recently been used.
Right.
So, searching for another one in hopes that, and these are extremely rare. Now, it's absolutely a possibility, but searching for one of these with the hopes that it has the location, a portal to the location we're looking for, could potentially be a fool's errand. It could potentially be as what do you say, a wild chicken chase?
Close enough.
Goose.
Terrible creatures.
Oh yeah.
We have those down here too.
Are they gamey down here?
Very.
Is this their natural home?
It
think
could
so.
very well be.
Right.
At least the Canadian geese.
Okay. So.
Well, you realize that Canady is a suburb of Dis, right? That's where all the geese come
Really?
from. Okay. Sorry to our Canadian friends, we love you.
Just
Anyway.
not your geese.
Just not your geese. Your geese are assholes.
Just could you keep them there? I mean, is that asking too much? Just keep your fucking geese up there.
Anyway, so Elric, what is your idea?
Okay, given that knowledge, make our way into the tower. Use the plant to get us into the throne room. Hopefully, we go undetected and make our way from the throne room to the room where we know Muxassus to most likely be.
Maybe they'll have one of those like visitor maps with a like "You are here" star.
Do you think
And-
that's that same screaming goblin from Shadowfell? You think they have a branch here?
Probably an imp.
Huh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean same concept. Yeah.
If we, for some reason, don't find a You Are Here map, as incredibly fortunate as that would be, we do our best to navigate that tower to eliminate Muxassus and make our way back out. If for some reason it appears as though Muxassus is beyond us to eliminate, we leave immediately and come up with a different plan.
Yeah,
If
because
we-
we're not going to be able to handle much more than this one guy.
The good news is the top of the tower in Despater's innermost sanctum is typically very low traffic, or at least this is what the rumors suggest. No one is allowed in or out other than his top generals, Titivolus, Mosaxus, and theoretically 2 other pit fiends, but no one knows their names. No one has heard of them or seen them for quite a while.
Well, with my in-depth knowledge of devils, I can tell you that pit fiends and the like are very into S&M, and their neighbors might be used to screaming at all hours.
So our footsteps will go unnoticed. Good to know.
Probably.
Does anybody have any additions to make to the plan or any trepidations or concerns?
We are going to take a rest prior to engaging in any of this, right?
I'm gonna need to, at least, yeah. I
Kind of figured.
We did say
by a kitty cat.
we did say Butch instantly fell asleep, but if you would like to have woken up during this conversation, now that you're back, Perry, you can absolutely wake up.
Butch is wondering, he's trying to remember when we die on this first level of hell,
Second.
do our souls ascend or are they instantly trapped like they are in the lower levels?
Would you like to make a religion check and see if you can remember?
Is he pondering this out loud and perhaps could receive
No.
assistance? No? Okay. never
As
mind.
far as the rest of you know, Butch fell asleep probably 15, 20
yeah.
minutes ago.
He looks like that all the time.
It's true.
He just receded into his shell. Got behind there, buddy.
Yep.
Come on. I saw the dice roll was a 4. So
Yeah.
what's your
was it?
pl-
That's an 8 total.
8? You can't really recall. You remember hearing
Hey.
stories while you were training, but that was a long time ago and many, many, many meals ago.
When Alric mentions trepidations, Butch will speak up. Hey, Orpheus,
Yes, Butch.
if I die here, is my soul automatically trapped? Or does it ascend? Or what?
Well, I think I know the answer. Do I need to check for...
That would probably be something that I would be versed into.
I would say the two of you would be considering between well, Arnon, do you have religion?
Anand believes in nothing.
It's a touchy subject.
I mean, are you proficient?
no,
in
I'm
religion?
not. I'm
Okay,
not
then I'm
proficient.
going to say no because your knowledge doesn't really include what happens to you when you're in hell. Yours includes hunting demons and devils and fae, fiend, and undead. Orpheus, you would, due to your time spent in hell. You would know that that is one of the things that keeps the Bastion of Souls full. The Bastion of Souls in Mentiri, one of the prime uses of the Bastion of Souls is if a good person dies in the hells, it traps their soul in the Bastion of Souls so that way it can be corrupted and then transformed into a lesser devil.
I share that with the group. Share with them the details of the Bastion of Souls.
You
No
would-
pressure.
Arnon, you would remember all of the souls that you passed while searching for Gwen. You would remember the stories of how there were certain sections of the Bastion of Souls specifically for people who had made deals and sold their soul, but then the rest of the but the rest of the Bastion of Souls was filled more or less with good souls that were in the process of being corrupted.
So don't die.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
We got flower power though.
There are things worse than death.
Are there
Clearly.
6 storeroom petals? Or just like 3 storeroom petals and a couple more courtyard petals?
You would say, well, let's
Melange.
find out real quick.
Why?
There are five storeroom pedals. One pedal that says armory. And what did I say? 2 courtyard left?
Yeah.
So we won't have enough to give everybody 2.
Well, I mean,
Ideally.
there's more than that, but those were the ones that seemed like good options to bugger the fuck off.
That aren't going to the Devil's Break Room.
Yes.
So I think ultimately, if we do need to escape, and they see us exiting through this big portal, we'll probably want a second one to immediately go somewhere else.
It's like 5 portals for storage and 1 for army. This was definitely like janitorial or support staff flour.
Oh my god.
Well, they gotta have janitorial staff to clean. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I think they want to keep some of it for the ambiance, but it's probably intentional, you know, like a staged house.
Unless the entropy of hell naturally makes things cleaner, and they have to purposefully dirty it up.
No,
Maybe
they're
the-
real lawful here. They like clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be more of the abyss.
Yeah, the business is a shithole. And you always get the cleaning charge when you stay there. Always. Even though it's fucking dirty when you show up.
In
Oh,
the
no.
abyss?
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. It's a real abyss hole.
So what's the plan?
Take a rest, get some pedals, kill a pit fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like we need to go now.
After we rest.
Yeah.
But not
yeah.
waiting
I
6
mean,
days.
Like, not 6 days from now, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no, this is after we rest, infiltration begins.
If nothing else, we may delay this potential invasion.
Oh, I was asleep for that.
Let's hope.
So what's our plan for getting out of Avernus?
the pedals to the courtyard.
They'll take us out of Avernus?
You're,
We're
okay,
in
two,
this
po- two,
currently.
2 points of order.
This is
Because-
the big city in Avernus.
No, Avernus is level 1, Dis is level 2.
Oh, we're level 2. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You weren't here for that. They contacted Elric sent ascending to the general. General stated in the message that there was rumors of a potential attack.
Imminent
attack.
Yeah.
So they all assumed that you should probably figure this out sooner rather than later.
Do we know how we're getting out of hell?
I think we're gonna have to hide out until we use the amulet.
Unless
if
we
we
get
get
our way
getting out of the
present
courtyard.
itself.
But if we can make enough of a ruckus down here, they might not be able to go forward with their plans.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you all
Another week in
resting?
hell.
Are you all?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Disco Lemonade, for resubbing. Or no?
Hey,
Is that what that said? No, rating us with a party of 2. Even better.
Oh, heck yeah.
Thanks, Disco Lemonade. You're one of our favorite lemonades.
You look at you.
It's the best kind of
We
lemonade.
love
That's
Marcy.
fantastic.
We love Marcy Playground. Anyway, so are you all resting for the evening?
Yes.
All right.
before we rest for the evening, I'm going to find my familiar. Seem to have gone without him for a little while.
Fantastic.
Bruce?
What shape is Bruce?
Bruce mask.
Bruce
Oh,
or Ethan coming back
Ethan?
in?
Not Bruce. not
Aw.
Ethan.
Oh.
It's time for my owl to come out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Who?
Who? Let me.
What's your owl's
Look.
name, the doctor?
Not quite.
Will your owl have
Professor?
an equal affinity for hard candy? Perhaps lollipops?
God damn it.
Just 2 licks.
1, 2, 3, 3.
This is Hootie.
Oh God.
So Professor Hootie.
Professor
Hootie.
Hootie and his
owlfish.
and he has a swarm of blowfish that follow him everywhere he goes.
Inspired by my secret affinity for the music of Harrison Grundle Tractor. Yes.
Oh my God,
Nobody knows.
that's canon now that Harrison Grundle Tractor is this realm's Hootie.
That's awesome.
He's this realm's like.
Does that mean he's a
pick-
country star now?
Yeah.
Pick a popular song. He.
Why do you think he's
probably
dying?
sung it before.
God.
Oh.
This is all an analogy of his career. Anyway. So,
But yeah, Hootie the owl has appeared.
fantastic. All right.
Before we go to sleep, I'm going to put my daily Misty Step, a mirror image, and ask Gwen or Butch to put a level 1 Cure Wounds into my ring.
Easy enough? Anything else? Anyone else wants to do? All right. As night takes you, well, what falls for night in the second level of hell, uncomfortable sleep. It's like trying to sleep in the Caribbean. It's just hot, muggy, like hot breath everywhere. Very little airflow in this tiny little room, in the cellar room, but
Sweating in your sleep's the worst.
I don't. I don't
Mechanically-
sweat my sleep.
mechanically, you all receive your long rest. Thematically, it is one of the worst nights you've had since, probably the worst night you've had since the last time you were in Dis. You all wake up, still tired, sore, uncomfortable. Elric, you receive, when you wake up, you hear a voice in your head. The general. I had the Misra look in to Dis, specifically the tower. Potential escape through throne room. Look for door that doesn't match the rest. Sigil.
I received that message in my sleep.
It's a few moments after you
Or
wake
like-
up. No, it's a few moments
moments.
after you wake up.
Okay. My response is much appreciated. Infiltration imminent. Will look for sigil door.
Say thanks, baby.
Tell Amisra a girl.
Tell
Amisra, her ass is lightning.
Oh God, here we go again.
Big brain on the Misra.
I'm shocked. I am shocked.
Are you?
Uh,
Oh shit.
Let's say if we haven't returned in 6 days,
Just wait longer.
Wait longer. We didn't grow up in the same house.
I was gonna say, is it obvious that we are siblings?
just wait longer. Incredible.
Anyway, if we're not back in 6 days,
If we're not back in 6 days, prepare for assault on Rockrield.
fantastic. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's my message.
no, never mind. You don't have to because you are responding. So no D20 roll necessary. Oh, I guess I probably should have rolled the D20.
Yeah, we assumed you took care of it.
Sorry, that's my fault. Okay, we're good. It was a 19. We're good.
Are we though?
Hey,
It went through. Yeah, you're
hey,
fine.
that looks
No,
legit to me.
I rolled my die, my physical die, but it fell off my desk, so I forgot what the actually roll it. So, the rest of you awake. You find whatever nourishment you have on you, whether it be rations from your pouch, good shrooms from Gwen, whatever other sustenance.
Which I eat very normally.
within eye contact, like any normal person would.
Oh my god.
Now, the day is yours.
All right. Are we all ready?
What is our game plan? To all concentrate on a spell, stab each other, scream into each other's heads? What exactly are we doing so we don't flub that part up?
You are not getting in my head, nor are you stabbing me.
We're
To
not
be
going anywhere.
Very clear,
I
Gwen.
respect you, and I won't do it because you asked, but I want you to know that I could do it in a pinch, and I might do it if necessary.
Don't touch me.
I'm gonna touch your brain.
Should we focus on going someplace else?
Let's first try to at least attempt to do it without resorting to such means.
No, wait. Okay.
Using concentration spell.
So how are we going to do it then?
We're going to
Meditation.
attempt to use a
Butch.
concentration spell to distract us, since you have to concentrate on maintaining the spell.
Think about food, Butch. Meat sundae.
We do that while walking through the city. I'm assuming we'll eventually get to our destination.
Chocolate covered
Who's-
grasshoppers.
Yeah, no, those sound good. Who's holding the flower of chocolate-covered grasshoppers?
I have it, but we're going to hand some out. So, who wants the 2 courtyard petals? The GTFO petals. I mean, I'll keep one. Anybody else want the other one?
I mean, we only have 2. Get the frail out petals.
Yes. Well, did any grow back overnight?
No. So, Butch, Perry, I don't know if you were there for that conversation. Basically, they decided to go in, and everyone was going to take petals as a last-ditch escape in case shit goes sideways.
Sounds great.
That way, if you can split up, everyone throw a petal on the wall and get out. The problem is there's only 2 for the courtyard. There were 5 for just something that said storeroom and one that said armory.
You know what's odd? Well, I just had an idea. We got 5 storage ones. Everybody could take a storage one, and then whoever has the courtyard one could have the other courtyard one. And then if people end up in storage, he can throw down the storage one in the courtyard, and everybody in the storage room can pop out to the courtyard.
But there's 6 of us.
Well, it's going to involve, you know,
There's 7 if you...
no, two people have courtyard and storage, and then the other people have storage, and we try to go to storage if you
Well,
can't make the courtyard.
if we designate some people to stay close together, we
Yeah.
don't need all 5 pedals to transport all of us. In theory. So we could still take advantage of that even with our
Yeah,
excessive numbers.
because the door that the flower opens, more than one person can pass through, right?
Yeah. This is just in case we get split on the other side of the room, or
And Elric, you have a dimension door thingy.
I do.
Okay.
Given what we know about the tower, I can only guess as to how that spell is going to react.
Glenn, I'd rather stick with you, but I imagine healers have to split up.
I mean, it may not actually come to us splitting up, but it is a good point. Who's able to use the staff of healing? Bard, cleric, or druid?
There you go.
I could give. I answered that myself. I could give the healing staff to Rhett for a pinch healing, if you will.
That requires attunement.
Mm-hmm. It's what, an hour though? Or 2 hours?
Do you know that she
Yeah,
is
that's an hour.
currently attuned to 3 things? That would be her tomahawk belt, her bow, and her mandolin.
Disregard that then. I mean, it's probably a good idea for us to take different pedals. With the
Which-
hopes it's not necessary.
Which the mandolin does have cure wounds in it, just so you're aware.
Okay. That's good.
All right, let's take our pedals and then try to think of something else.
So, which pedals are we taking? Just for the record.
I'll take courtyard.
Okay.
Somebody else take the other courtyard.
I'll take the other courtyard.
And then I think the rest of us should have storage, and at least one of the courtyard people have a storage pedal.
There were 5 storage pedals. You have 7.
If somebody has to go to storage, then we can just throw the storage one down in the courtyard after 30 seconds.
Well, I vote Elric get the storage and the courtyard since he's the smartest elf in the room.
And the hardest to kill.
Fucking tank wizard.
AoEs hit me just like anybody else.
Do they? Do they hit
Yes.
you all?
Yes! There are several skulls that will tell you.
Counterspell.
See this large patch where I have no body hair?
Now, as you all
I had to
figure
regrow
out,
my eyebrows the other day.
as you all figure out the distribution of your pedals, we're going to go ahead and take our break real quick. We'll be back since it's about 9:50, so we will be back in about 10 minutes, right around 10 o'clock, to continue this. So stick with us, and we will be right back. Hello, and we are back. So, as you all divide your petals between everyone and prepare, let's come back. What are you guys doing?
Okay, let's focus.
We had a hearty breakfast.
Yes, we did.
Obviously.
I'm going to cast guidance to concentrate on guidance.
Okay. So, Gwen is taking the approach of concentrating on a spell to try and keep her mind occupied.
Does anybody want me to shout into their head? Orpheus, don't answer. Anybody else? Want me to shout into
I'll
your
go-
head?
I'll go ahead and cast my hex because that's an 8-hour.
Okay. Who are you?
Ulrich is just going to try to think of something, literally anything else.
You're just going to try and... So, who are you cursing? Because you have to cast Hex, you have to hex a creature.
I do?
Yeah. You place a curse on a creature that you can see within range.
No, I won't do that.
I didn't think so.
Just have a magic sigil just coming out of your hand. just
Gwen,
holding it.
I'm going to assume you're waiting until you guys are actually leaving, considering guidance only lasts a minute.
Correct.
Okay. And Elric, you said you're just going to try really hard to concentrate on something else, or to think of literally anything else?
Correct.
When I do the turn, I'll activate my Crimson Right on my Sun Sword.
When you do the turn, what do you mean?
The turn where I'm not supposed to think of the tower.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll activate my Crimson Right, and when I think about anything but the tower, I cut myself.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh.
gosh.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right, so this is going to happen while we're walking? We have to be walking while we're doing this?
Right.
Okay. Who's the tallest person here?
You?
Other than me?
Probably Orpheus?
All right, Orpheus.
How tall is Orpheus?
How tall is Orpheus? You're muted.
See, I thought everybody could hear me because I could hear myself through the mic auditing.
Yeah, no.
So that's why everybody was ignoring me the whole time.
So how tall is
Oops.
Orpheus?
Oh,
I'd assume like 6'2" or something like that.
Okay.
Elric's about the same height.
all right. Orpheus, is it all right if I put my hand on your shoulder? I just follow you. I'm going to be focusing on my fallen comrades from the years I spent on the wall, and I can remember the last rites I gave them. I'm going to count them and remember their names.
Yes, that's fine.
It's intense. Orpheus, what are you doing?
I'll cast Expeditious Retreat since the last 10 minutes of concentration.
All right. So as you all start exiting this small room up through the back room of the tavern, the Brimstone Bazzar, as it were, you walk into the front room. You do see Zornus, whatever, standing there, kind of nods to you, and he says, "Making your way out, I see."
We are.
Enjoy the nut milk.
I will. I had some last night. It was quite delicious. Well,
It's a bit nutty.
I would wish you good luck, but that sentiment is kind of lacking down here, so if you do inevitably get caught, I would assume that you will disavow all knowledge of this place.
What
I
place?
don't even know where I am.
Fantastic. Now, be safe. Good luck for what it's worth.
Heath out.
Heath out. As you all exit into the courtyard, you turn down the nearest street and begin walking down a long, long alleyway. Fairly small, fairly tight, probably about 6 feet wide. Seems to continue on for about a few hundred feet at least before hitting a dead-end T intersection. Are you all attempting to drop the tower from your mind as you walk down this path?
No,
Yes.
I am attempting
Yep.
to recount my fallen
Right.
comrades.
Which is to say, not thinking of the tower.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
So,
Got it.
for this, we're going to say that Rhett is trying to concentrate on her father and her father's well-being. Remembering stories, remembering memories of growing up with her father. So, I would like each one of you to make a wisdom saving throw at advantage due to what you're doing to try and keep the tower out of your mind. Because of that, you get advantage on the roll.
Wisdom saving throw.
Correct. Gwen, it's a good thing for that advantage.
Oh, sweet lord. Thank you. Oh, I also have guidance. I don't know if it counts. No, I don't think it
No.
counts for saving throws. Damn. That's okay. I don't need it.
Hey,
Fantastic. And
Nicely done.
then what was
a natural 20 for a dirty 19.
so you all okay, so for those listening, Gwen with a 28, Arnon with a 20, Butch with a 15, Elric with a 13, Orpheus with a 19, and Rhett with a 15. As you all walk down this alleyway, you all try and focus your mind on the different things that you chose. Butch recounting the last rites. Arnon focusing on the pain in his hand, so on and so forth. As you all walk to the end of this alley and you turn left, you walk forward a few steps and you find yourself face to face with a large iron wall. Very similar iron wall that you saw the day before, Arnon. The DC was 10.
I was worried there for a minute.
It was a pretty easy DC for just not thinking. But, you know, the blue car effect is real, so.
Yeah, I was like, where'd Elric go?
And as you all stand there.
Oh no!
He lost the game.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. I hate that
did
shit
everybody
so
go?
bad. It's so stupid.
That's what we just did. That's what we just
I
did.
understand, but the game is stupid.
Oh, I know.
Anyway.
I suffered
I
through it.
actually didn't think of the
Demerit.
game for probably a year.
The game had a few good songs.
Demerit.
Yeah.
I love it.
No,
Oh,
because for the sake of the fact that I was really proud of myself, I'm going to tell you what would have happened if one of you would have failed. All of the rest of you would see the tower emerge. The other one would still be standing next to you. You would see them, they would see you. They just would not be able to see the tower. It's not
So
until
we
you...
could, like, drag
like
him in there or something.
Well,
Set
no,
it up.
it's not until you cross the wall of the tower that you would have been separated.
In
But
your mind.
that's something that did not happen. For you all were successful to focus your mind on other things, and because of that, you find yourself at the base of the exterior wall of the tower.
Sneaky time.
I think it's
Pass
time.
without a trace, perhaps?
Yeah, sneaky time.
Yeah, exactly that.
Do you have that, or does Rhett have that?
I have that.
You do?
I can use it without a spell slot at least once.
Fantastic. How long does Pass Without a Trace?
Hour.
Okay.
Yes.
So you cast Pass Without a Trace. Everyone go ahead and roll your stealth checks. Add 10 to the roll because of Pass Without a Trace.
Oh no. Come
I
on,
don't know
Butch,
what I
we can
just-
do this.
That's okay.
Oh, I forgot to do Cassiel's wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. He's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
He's fine. All right.
I got a 39.
Jesus.
What's the? I'm sorry. What's the
24.
bonus? 10.
Plus 10.
10.
Can I piggyback on Arnon's?
No.
Can he physically piggyback on Arnon?
No.
I don't think that would go well.
Got another 20.
Oh, nice.
Jesus, for 41?
Wow.
Oh, no, it added the 10.
I think I got two tens.
Yeah, it added the 10 twice.
Still, that's 31.
Oh, that-
31.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
I also accidentally added another 10, so
Okay.
Oh,
28.
I wasn't close enough to Gwen on the map, so I had to add the 10 in
Yeah.
myself.
Cassiel,
See, I added it myself. That's why I did twice.
Cassiel rolled a 4, but luckily his stealth is almost as good as Arnon's. So he ended up with a 22. So we have Arnon with a 39, Cassiel with a 29. Oh, wait, Cassiel rolled twice. Oh, that's a wisdom saving. Sorry, that was a wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw. All right.
Yeah, that was to get to the tower.
Arnon with a 39, Gwen with a 24, Cassiel with a 22, Orpheus with a 31, Elric with a 28, and Butch with a 24. You all feel pretty
Rhett.
stealthy. Oh, Rhett. Hold on. Rhett with a... Where's the stealth button? Oh, yeah. Rhett with a 33.
Nice.
Dang.
So you are all now hiding in the shadows here, right on the outskirts of this wall. What are you doing?
Trying to find that gate I came out of.
Okay.
Or a similar one.
You walk around and you do see the portcullis is down.
It's down.
Yes.
Balls.
Looks like we're getting out in there the hard way.
How do you guys want to do this?
That's my line.
You want me to lift the gate up?
You think you can lift
yeah.
the gate up?
If you can.
I bet Orpheus and I could give it a good go.
How tall is the wall?
The wall was, what, 50 or 60 feet tall?
Yeah. I
The
think it was
portcullis is a sturdy iron, thick portcullis.
50. Like Hell's Citadel thick.
Like Hell's Citadel. The portcullis of the citadel of the most paranoid creature in the plains.
We could always paint a door.
Ah, the old door trick.
Yeah, the human has a point.
Am I
do we
painting a
have-
door?
Unless there's some way if I wild shape or
Grappling hook,
send
rope.
bow.
Does somebody have a grappling hook?
Yeah, we have climbing equipment. Do you want to paint? Do we want to climb? Does somebody want to fly?
Well, on the inside, is there a way for us to open the portcullis for everyone else? If one of
It's
us goes in.
Two of
Oh,
us
no.
could. Two
Yeah.
cranks.
It would
Yeah.
take two, yeah.
Baby.
Okay, how about this? Gonna make it easy for all of us, and I'm going to just paint an entrance.
Easy enough. I'm not even gonna. You're just painting a door. I'm not even gonna make you roll a performance because it doesn't have to be pretty. Takes you
It
about.
just has to work.
Does
I'll
take.
say Acme on it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an Acme tunnel. Oh wait, Acme door. Yeah.
It does take
know what,
you a good probably 5 to 10 minutes to paint a door that is big enough and detailed enough to have everyone enter. But you're able to paint it. You open it slightly with your stealth rolls, I will say. You're able to open it slightly. Doesn't seem like anyone's noticed. You peek through and you see probably 50-foot-ish roughly between the wall and the tower base itself.
No creatures? I thought you were about to say 50 chain devils.
Yeah, totally. You can make a Elric.
The break room. Shut
Right?
the door, shut the door.
Elric, if you are the one opening the door, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception, my favorite role. What's a solid 15 get me?
That's not terrible. It's pretty easy to see in there, considering you're in hell. But you do notice two chain devils that seem to be making rounds, coming up towards you. You're able to kind of like maneuver back slightly, shut the door until it's barely a crack through, and you watch them as they pass.
After they have passed, I'll count to 3 and then say, come on.
Are you all following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're all able to.
I know come on means.
You're all able to sneak through. You pull the door shut behind you. From this side, it looks just like a normal wall. In front of you, you see the tower, the base of the tower, unmeasurably tall. You see a large iron staircase that goes up probably a good 30 feet to a immense iron double door.
It's probably the only way in.
This is where I came out.
Yes, this is the base beside that staircase is where you came out. If you look at the staircase and go to the right of it, it takes you, that's more or less where you came out.
Okay. Well, I'll motion everybody to follow me around, and I'll, instead of going up the stairs to the door, I'll go around the staircase to the wall, and then try to put the throne room pedal on the wall.
So you run up and you find yourselves in a corner between the base of the stairs and the wall itself. Arnon flips through, picks out the pedal, throws it on. The wall seems to almost disintegrate in front of you, and you see what you see on the other side is a large, almost circular room. The walls themselves, gigantic stained glass windows with very tall, probably the windows themselves probably 20 feet tall and then domed on the top, or surrounding almost the entire room itself. You see the room probably 50 feet wide, 50 feet diameter, mostly circular. In the center of it, you seem to be coming out off to the side. In front of you, you see the side of a throne, a large kind of spiked, gaudy, evil-looking throne made of dark burgundy with iron accents. You see horn-like structures protruding from the top. You are looking to what would be the right side of a figure that was sitting in the throne. You seem to be coming out to the side almost directly. Through the back of the room, you see various furnishings. Nothing huge, very Spartan, but you do see a few large, ornate, demonic-looking, like candelabras and large, tall, 6-7 foot tall, ornate candle structures. Most of the candles.
Did you say there was someone in the throne?
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, I thought you said there was.
I said you, because that's the
where
best.
They would be sitting.
If they were sitting if there was a person sitting in the throne, you would be coming off to out of the wall to their right side.
All right, I misheard you.
No, you're good. So
Is this a good?
in front of the throne, you see the room continue around, but then the center drops into what you can assume is a large staircase that continues down in front of the throne, probably 20 feet in front of the throne, drops down. From the ceiling, you see what looks like hooks and large chains hanging across the ceiling. And in the center, you see this very demonic, spiked-looking large chandelier with skulls adorned. Make a perception check, everyone who's entering this room.
I'm taking a close look at the double door.
You're there. You're past that. There is no double door in this room. You're already
I wanted to.
in the throne room.
Okay. All right. I wanted to ask
Another
a question
dirty
Tried real
19
hard
with
for
a
those
natural
19.
20.
about the double
Yeah.
door.
What was your question about the double door? The entrance?
Is it Richard Harris or Michael Gambon?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was not worth it.
I believe it's Dumbledore.
Snape. Severus Snape. All right, so
Double doors.
so
You got a 22.
all of you see that what Elric and Arnon with a 21 and a 22 see. You see there is an arm on the side of this throne. You see a figure sitting in the throne itself. You see what appears to be a large humanoid figure. Deep red skin. You see these spikes growing out, probably 4 or 5 on the forearm. You see the hands resting on the armrests of the throne itself.
I'll
You
put my arms
see
out to stop everybody.
long black clawed, almost like long black nails, almost claw-like at the tips of the fingers that are resting on the armrests. You see a dark purple, almost toga-esque style wrapping. Bare chest, muscular, red, with spikes throughout. Moving up, you see a large black beard. 2 gigantic grayish bone colored horns that curve forward into points. Black hair slicked back. The head resting back against the back of the chair, the back of the throne.
I got a very, very close look at Titivolis. Is this him?
No.
Okay.
This being seems to be when you met Titivolis, he was slightly taller than Butch. He was,
But I mean, he didn't have spikes on his arms or all
no,
that.
he was very smooth skinned. This creature, if it were to stand up, you could imagine it stands probably 10 to 12 feet tall.
Well, I reached out and stopped everybody when I saw that. Is it? Wait there for a minute. Does it move at all?
As you
Arms,
stand
fingers?
there for a few minutes, you don't notice any motion coming from
The other thing too, when we opened that portal, did it make a sound?
No, it did not appear to make a sound. A slight, like, but nothing that would be audible to anybody that was more than a couple feet away.
Is there any?
And just point of order, the portal only stays open for about 6 seconds, long enough for you guys to come in, and then it fades.
Yeah, I wasn't stopping them outside of the
Yeah,
portal.
no,
It's
I
like,
just-
"Don't
I just
go in the
wanted-
room anymore," yeah.
I just wanted you all to be aware that the portal is now closed behind you.
Yeah. All right. I'll use whatever cover or furniture or whatever I can to peep around and get a better look at that face.
So as you continue to, I'm gonna say go ahead and make another stealth check for me. The rest of you are able to kind of duck behind a large table that is slightly to your left.
37.
You are able to kind of sneak off to the right, hugging that circular wall. You go a few more feet until you find another, like, almost like a large urn to kind of dip behind. You look up and you can see less of a profile, more of a almost 45-degree angle straight on to this creature's face. You see humanoid style features, a large, almost like bulbous nose. You see where the goatee, where at once you just saw black beard, you now see spikes coming out from it on the chin. You see spikes along the brow line, along the brow ridges, and you see 2 smaller horns of red coloration inside the larger horns.
Ooh, he's a 4-pointer.
Damn it.
Hasn't moved?
Still has not moved, no.
Do I recognize this entity?
Go ahead and make a history check with advantage.
$22.
You've seen crude drawings before.
Plus, I'm in the throne room. I'm just.
You've seen crude drawings. You're in Despater's throne room. You
so
can
I'm pretty
kind
sure
of
that's the spider.
put 2 and 2 together.
His eyes open?
They are.
Are his eyeballs moving at all?
They are not.
Nothing's moving.
I'm putting a picture of what you all see, just the creature, in the player stream chat. He does not appear to be moving.
There's a dog.
There's no dog.
Obey my dog.
I get really excited for puppies.
Oh man.
Is his head on fire like Hades from Hercules?
It is currently not on fire.
Oh, so only when he gets mad. Got it.
When he sees your Hercules sandals.
You do see black, like long black slicked back hair, though, resting
See, it's
down
the
and
grease that
over his
catches on fire.
over his shoulders.
Looking around for.
Go ahead and make me another perception check, Arnon. What are you looking for, Elric?
The door out of here to get down to Moxassus.
Make me a perception check. 13, you would have to get closer to see anything else.
He might be able to smell the piss in my pants, though.
Elric with a 17, the only other way, or the only way that you can see is that stairwell in front of the throne room where the floor kind of drops out into a large, probably 30-foot wide stairwell that goes down.
So
we have to go
directly
in
in this
stir-
Vader's
things-
line of sight.
Yeah, more or less.
I'll make my way back to the group and Vader, not moving.
That's him.
What?
Of course it is. It's its throne room.
Shit, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Okay. The only way out of here is the stairs directly in his eye line.
Maybe he's like meditating and we can just.
Are we 100% sure that it's him?
I'm pretty sure.
He's a paranoid fuck. Maybe it's an illusion and he's somewhere else.
You want to go touch him?
No! I don't want to touch him. I'm just saying, like, what if? Like, how is there a way to... Can we... Want me to do that? Orpheus.
Throw something on the other side of the room.
Orpheus, throw scones. Oh, no, don't.
No.
Not at this Vader. Don't do it.
I have the darkness spell.
Do you want me to seduce you?
I think all love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. I think we can make it now.
Did you just say, do you want me to seduce him?
Yes, he did.
What if
He
we...
has high charisma, our turtle.
Wouldn't he notice the darkness?
Everybody notices the darkness.
Everybody notices the darkness. If I at least cast darkness on him, we can, while he's stuck in it, run for the stairs.
Why would he be stuck in it?
Are you gonna...
He wouldn't be like stuck in it, but at least he wouldn't see us directly.
Aren't there some... Aren't there... There's some
pretty sure.
creature.
No, cast it in the room between him and the door.
What are you saying,
There's...
Gwen?
Aren't there some creatures that can see through the darkness?
Yeah,
Like, make that move.
devils.
He seems like a really powerful dude. Like, maybe that'll just be like, it's a little misty in here.
He's probably the kind of guy that can sense a portal opening next to him, too.
Yeah,
Don't
if
you think he would have
creep
reacted?
Fuck. Okay. There's a way around
He'll
this.
cast.
Sleep Storm.
We'll slide down the stairs. I want to ice skate.
It'll be our own slip and slide.
We have the invisibility spell.
Can be a decoy.
Okay.
I have expeditious retreat on.
It's
I'll
even
go out.
harder.
I'll distract him. You guys go for the door. And I'll run the other way.
I can use bow.
Okay, before we try any of that, I can make one of us invisible so that they can get a look at this Pater to see whether or not
better
he's...
than invisibility.
Okay. Did you get a good look directly at his face?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the guy.
Okay. Does he look like he's awake at all?
No, he's not moving. His eyeballs were open and not moving.
Sanduti.
Maybe he's so paranoid he sleeps with his eyes open.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh no.
Does he snore?
Oh my God. Okay.
Can I roll
What?
a history check to see if he snores?
Yeah.
If
Is he a
if
snorer?
you were able to get a look directly at his face,
Yeah.
then we can just try sneaking around.
He's in the zone. Let's just go.
Okay, let's just stay sneaky and just go.
Yeah, have pedal at the ready.
Okay, pedal at the ready. Let's go.
All right. Sneak around.
So you guys are attempting to sneak to the front and go down the stairs?
It's not a bad idea at all.
I'm going to say everyone go ahead and roll me another stealth check. Pass Without a Trace is still active.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait.
40.
Jesus.
Hot day.
That's a 19.
Oh, no.
no.
Oh no. No. But
I
it's
thought Casil was a monk.
He is. That's why a natural
That's why a
one still
natural
gave
one
him
was
a
a
19.
Oh my gosh.
A 19
Shit.
is the least
Somebody
you
catch
can
him.
do.
So this is just normal, huh? Awesome.
Whoa. Oh no, Butch.
Where is...
Oh,
there's
yes.
got to be some leeway for the fact he's still got a 19.
So, for those listening, Arnon with a 40, Elric with a 19, Orpheus with a 21, Casil with a 19, Butch with a 15, and Rhett with a 31. As you all attempt to maneuver your way around. So, okay, so let me paint this picture for you real quick. Imagine this. It's a cylindrical room. So the room itself is basically a circle. In the dead center of that circle is, well, not the dead center. Closer to the back of the circle is the throne. Imagine the front half of that circle has been pitched down slightly. So you have two ledges on either side. And then the middle of the room is basically the staircase that descends down. That starts probably 20 feet in front of where his throne sits. So are you going to the base of the stairs, like 20 feet in front of him, and walking down, or are you going to the edge and trying to jump off down the steps?
Definitely jump down.
Yep.
Okay.
We're edge lords.
Alric,
I'm
can't
gonna
you
watch him
Make a perception check.
Familiar to like
for
go
any
make a noise
sign of
behind him.
movement or tracking us with his eyes. Am I the only one that's doing this?
Can I look, because I think he's an illusion, Gwen thinks he's an illusion, I want to look around elsewhere in the room to see if I can see maybe another set of eyes watching us from somewhere else.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Butch is not looking for another set of
Oh my
eyes.
God.
Butch is paranoid and freaking out. And he's looking for anything that might be a threat.
Is anyone else looking for anything since real quick?
No.
No, you're just
Oh.
making your way to the steps.
I want to look for a
Make
door.
my way downtown.
One of these
Walk
things
in
is not
fast.
like the other. I want to look for a door, not like the other.
Butch,
That's my
Well,
That's Butch's paranoid. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
currently you don't see any doors in this area. There are no doors in this specific area. With a 24 Butch, as you guys are walking around and you're being super paranoid, you notice at one
Stupid
point
paranoid, I believe, is the correct term.
you notice at one
Stupid
point
paranoid.
you get around to that same large urn that Arnon was hiding behind, and you see Casil, who is visibly shaking right now, slightly, in the presence of one of the archdevils of Baator. Take it a little too close and bump into it, and you hear this. You start seeing this urn kind of rocking back and forth, and you hear before it stands still again as he like grabs it to try and settle it. You do notice that there is no movement from the throne.
Like no movement.
No movement from the throne, even with the noise.
Throw something at him. See if it goes through.
That's a terrible idea.
No. Let's just go. Let's go. We got a good thing going on. Don't screw it up.
We're about to screw this up.
Sneaky cheeks. Don't sneak cheekily.
That's not a okay.
I guess we are cheeky, sneaky
Elric
cheeks.
chooses death.
Elric leaps at the throne.
I'm right here. Go ahead and kill me now.
Sneaky cheeks.
Sneaky. Yeah. So
Cheeky
about me
sneaking.
switching sides.
Oh no. With a 24 also, Butch, you would have noticed a spot on his chest that seems significantly darker than the rest of his body.
Castiel?
No, Dispater.
Okay. Arnon, there's a thing up there. Leave it alone. It's in his chest. It's probably like a scrine something.
On his chest?
Yes, on the chest. Don't you see it?
Do I see it now that he pointed it out?
You can make me one more perception check real quick.
Those have been going so well for me.
With advantage, because I told him exactly where to look.
Yeah, go ahead and do it with advantage since he told you exactly where to look.
How about a 23?
With a 23, okay. You see, yes, there is a very dark spot in the center of Dispater's chest. Almost like
Skin on the skin, not in the toga?
correct. Almost like a kind of a line that goes down through right where the breastbone would be. And you do see it kind of fan out below.
Like a stab wound?
Potentially.
Wait a minute.
Wait, did you say that out loud?
That's a stab wound.
I'm rolling medicine. Looking at it from afar. I got a 20.
You're pretty far away, but it might be. You'd have to get closer to look.
This feels like a trick.
I'm going to get closer.
Yep.
You get closer. Roll me another stealth check for anybody who's trying to get closer.
Stay back.
It's a bad idea.
Stay back.
I'm gonna stay back.
I'm gonna hide behind that big urn.
I begrudgingly stay back.
42.
Yeah, with a
Sweet
42, without an
Jesus.
issue. Most of you lose.
Fucking gods don't see you.
Most,
I've lost
renegade.
track
that's
of where Arnon
that's
is.
probably a good thing since you're in hell.
Yeah.
As you sneak up and get closer, how close are you getting to him?
Close as I have to.
Okay. For the sake of that, I'm going to say roll me another perception check
Oh, great.
to see how close you need to get.
24.
Okay. Luckily, now that you know what you're looking for, you don't have to get super close. You continue forward, kind of skulking through the shadows until you are able to get a pretty clear view of what appears to be a large impalement wound in the center of this creature's chest. And what you can only assume is like almost like a demonic blood trail underneath. And you look closer at the face and you see no light in the eyes. You see the jaw hung slightly open. You notice the hands limp on the arms of the throne. Its head resting back against the throne itself.
Get his wallet.
I want to poke him, but I don't want to poke him.
Spader's dead.
He could poke him.
Oh my god.
He could be trapped though. I'm gonna poke him.
You're going to poke him?
Fucking poke him.
Yeah, poke his arm.
So you sneak it.
Do you have mage hand?
No, I don't.
Fuck.
So you sneak up. You fought demons before. You fought devils before. You know that typically devils themselves radiate just an ambient heat from their body that's significantly hotter than what typical humanoids from the material plane. You walk up and you start reaching out towards him with your two fingers. You don't notice the heat that you usually would feel radiating, and you come up and you just like tap real quick on his arm, just like tap and then step back. You notice
It was solid.
he's solid. I wouldn't say necessarily cold to the touch, but definitely not hot.
Like clammy.
Like, no, there's no clamminess. There's no like sense of any kind of moisture or any kind of residual heat. Or any kind of like active heat. But there's no. You would assume that devils in hell are never going to get cold.
Yeah. All right, I'm going back to the group. He's dead. He's solid. He's dead. Let's go.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Down the stairs?
Yeah, let's go.
Before we move on, we need to make sure of some things first.
Nick,
Yeah.
I'm making a religion roll
Okay.
to determine whether or not it would be appropriate for me to give him last rites.
All right. Elric, what are you saying?
I'm going to investigate
It's frowned upon.
so that I can determine cause of death or something along those lines.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Butch.
You know what?
Butch, Butch is a cleric. This person was even though it was a demon lord of hell, or a devil lord, archdevil of hell, he was still a being that is no longer sentient.
But would my goddess approve or disapprove?
He was a being that was alive and is now dead. Would your goddess...
I'm gonna give him last rites.
Okay, go for it.
While he's doing that, I will investigate
Wait.
the room for anything useful.
Okay.
We?
Okay.
So, Elric, what are you investigating for cause of death?
Yes.
The big-ass fucking stab wound on his chest was probably the cause of death.
am I
Butch is doing
able to
last rites.
determine like a particular type of weapon that was used or anything like
With
that? Or
a
is that just
22...
A big ass weapon.
Roll sarcasm check for the DM.
You've seen a similar wound to this before, specifically on one of your close personal party members in a forest.
Me?
Yeah. The wound looks very similar in size and dimension to the wound that Arnon had and was left to die from.
Pity violence.
I don't suppose anybody has the Speak with Dead spell.
While Butch is doing last rites, I'm going to look around the room for anything useful.
Go for it.
Ooh, 30.
Even with a 30, though, this room is very ornamental. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spartan.
Yeah, Spartan is a good word, but it's there's no stores. This is made to look imposing and look functional. It's
So I don't get the sense that things have been removed, but this is just how it
no.
always
This
been.
is just how it is. This is definitely not a storeroom. This is a room to make the person in it look like the most important person on the planet or on the plane. You know. You have
You're not
large.
paranoid if they're really after you.
You have large urns and stuff like that, and large decorative objects around, but few and far between. And there's
Are
nothing
there
that
any moldy vegetables in those urns?
no. This is no.
Are there any rings on his fingers?
No.
Drat.
It's almost like the treachery would have continued into picking his room clean or something.
Gwen, did you want to get any of his fingernails or anything?
Actually,
I don't know.
how big are his hands?
Massive.
So
I mean,
big.
so big.
They're so big. Like how much of my face
what are you
is
planning
my
on doing
finger?
with those fingers there, Gwen?
Any number of things.
Just shake my robe and it rattles. And I say,
His
I don't know.
Can you imagine a
he
big giant necklace made with his fingernail?
I want to
He-
make another mask that just covers
Yeah.
like this, and it's just his hand.
He stands a good 10 to 12 feet tall, so you can imagine that his hand would more than cover your entire head. He could palm your head like a basketball.
Proportionately, though, are they like smaller than you would expect?
No, they're huge. My hands are huge for my body. It's false. It's a lie perpetrated by those dirty celestials.
I'm gonna cut off his
Sorry.
head. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna.
Like nobody rules hell better than I do.
Even dead. I'm the greatest ruler.
Anyway.
Okay, oh no.
Can I? God, I want to harvest something off of him so bad. Can I just roll something to see what I get?
Oh my god.
You literally just want to go start hacking and slashing at
No.
the dead
Just like a-
archdevil of
Just
hell.
a nib, just like a nib, just a tiny,
Just a
Tooth.
nib.
a tooth,
Go ahead
a tiny horn,
make
a
me-
tiny spike, a spike. I want a spike.
You want
I
to spike?
off his
Go,
forearm.
go ahead and
That's what I
make
want.
me a survival check.
I would like to roll for left nut, please.
That's what I'm actually going for.
Add it to the beanbag.
27.
With
No.
27, oh, Jesus. With the 27, you can,
I can
Pop
get the
off.
testicles.
yeah. You can pop off a couple of the spikes on one of his forearms.
All right. I do that as efficiently and quietly as possible. Stuff them into my bag and step away.
Fantastic.
going to test my luck.
He goes, "What the fuck?" Get out of here now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
It's the only way out is down the stairs.
Yes.
Let's go down the stairs.
So tick, 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 down the stairs you go.
Yeah.
This stairwell hits down and opens up into a significantly larger kind of half circle room. The staircase comes down in the middle. So if the solid wall and then the staircase comes down in front of it, you see a half circle style wall, probably 30, 40 feet ahead of you. On that wall, in the center, at the base of the steps and then across, you see a large double door, a large ornately carved double door, made out of black iron with almost like burgundy inlays of this like intricate scroll work up and throughout.
Ron Burgundy?
So this Dumbledore is pretty chiseled, huh?
Yeah. Beside that, you see,
Oh no.
moving outwards, you see 4 additional doors, all of less extravagant make. You see 4 just iron doors placed equal distance away, 2 on either side.
Are there any discernible markings to the doors?
Go ahead, make me an investigation check for me.
$17.
You don't notice anything that would really give you an indication of which door is which. You can assume through what you heard from Casil and the bartender and stuff, the large ornate door is more than likely to the chambers of Tivtivilis. The other 4 potentially to the 4 pit fiend generals.
Wait, does the spider sleep in that throne?
Well, he definitely does now.
Well, yeah, but like, that's his room? Is it at least like a lazy boy?
Crap. I should have grabbed something from that room so I could scry on it later.
We could say you found a small object of some sort.
Excellent.
There's always the spike of Dispater.
Yeah.
True, but I need something key to the room, not the corpse.
You can find like a
Fair.
skull, an ornate skull or something like that on.
Okay. Ornate skull from the throne room of Despair.
There you go.
Olive. So conundrum. I asked the guard on the right what the guard on the left would tell me is the right door.
Smite.
Oh
Smite.
no. We came here to eliminate those pit fiends, or one of those pit fiends.
Yeah. Not feeling like going above and beyond. Let's just do the one.
Let's just do the one and get the fuck out.
Yeah. Butch, are you able to ask for any guidance?
Some divine intervention, maybe?
Guidance.
What door?
No, we're in the second layer of hell. I don't have any of those spells prepared. I came prepared for a fight.
Hmm.
Then we're gonna have to make a decision.
Okay. This is Titivolus is like main general here, so I'm gonna guess it's one of the two doors closest to him. Well, that makes sense, right?
What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, we gotta kill 2 pit fiends. No big deal.
Hmm. I want to pick the left one, but then, you know, I have a feeling that some force out there that maybe controlling things would guess that's the one I would pick.
To go left is to go to
Then-
God.
That's right. I'm in hell, so we gotta go left.
But then what if they knew you were going to pick left? So they knew you were not going to pick left because you thought they were going to do it. You thought they'd know you would, so they did the
My
other.
head, Gwen.
Never go against a Sicilian with when death is on the line.
I mean, can you guys take a look at these
My
doors?
whole
See if you
life
can
is
see anything
second
I didn't see?
guessing everything.
Inside?
How about this? I draw a peephole.
Oh shit!
I'm going to use my amazing powers of Investiga Awesome.
So you're going to investigate.
I got 11.
You see the same thing that Arnon saw.
All right, I'm going to describe to Arnon what he just told us.
Oh no.
There are
Is there like a room
Identical
service
doors?
card on any of the doors? Like,
They appear to be identical doors. The 4 off to the side, not counting the large ornate door in the center.
I'm going to draw a peephole.
Which door are you drawing a peephole on?
You naughty elf.
Left.
So the one directly to the left?
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the door directly to the left, and you do notice that it is slightly ajar.
It's a jar.
Well, it's a door, but
Yep. Son of a bitch.
Inside, you see a pit fiend.
Who would have guessed?
Nailed it.
he's real tiny.
I'm
are
gonna.
pit fiends like discernible to us? Do they all look alike? Like,
racist. Yes. Yeah, pit fiends do have, they don't all look exactly the same. They do have.
and we know what this one looks like.
Yes, you do.
Okay. You want me
Okay.
to peek in there?
I can take a look
Okay.
Go ahead.
through my owl. I'm going to have my owl just kind of.
They're very stealthy.
Your
Clack, 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 clack.
your owl is walking along the floor.
Mm-hmm.
First thing it does is take 2 points of fire damage for touching the floor, because it doesn't have any kind of boots on, and you're in hell.
My owl's boots were made for walking.
Does that happen even though this is a fiendish familiar?
Do fiends
How
have fire
fucking
resistance?
This one does.
fiendin'. Yes.
So yeah, it still happens.
Okay. That's there goes Hootie.
What is? Are there any other exits besides these 4 doors from this place?
The only thing you see are the 5 doors. Yes, the ornate door, and then 2 normal doors on either side.
And this time I'm going to look.
Go
Didn't they
ahead.
say one door, not the other? That's the way out.
That's what it means for a red.
But one of the doors
Yeah.
not like the other.
But you've also heard.
We'll recognize
Also
when
heard
we
what?
get to those doors.
Go ahead
Oh, you
and
think it might be in? one of the rooms? I'm asking. We got a throne room and we got a circle room with 4 doors or 5 doors, and there's nothing else. No other corridors or.
Not that you saw.
Okay.
Getting from here to the rest of the tower sounds like it involves the plant.
Or a door.
Or a door. Speaking of that slightly open door, I'm going to peek through it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception check. And a stealth check while you're at it.
Okay, stealth.
You monogram towels with a moose ass on them.
God damn it.
The other one's got a squirrel.
Moose and squirrel. So with a 29 stealth, you're able to move up to this and kind of peek in slightly. You put your hand and your face very close to this metal door, and you do. It does get uncomfortably hot, but not enough to actually cause any injury. With an 18, you do see inside appears to be a chamber of some sorts. You do see a few pieces of furniture, large in stature. And you do notice lying on the ground in the middle of this room, the winged body of a pit fiend.
Lying on the ground.
Lying on the ground.
Can I, with that same perception, notice if it's moving at all?
It is not moving.
Oh, God. Without saying anything, all of you see Elric enter the room.
Follow him.
You walk into this room. No movement. Now that you pass through this door, you do notice this room does seem slightly larger than it would appear from the outside dimensions of the door and the placement between the other doors. But you do see a large square room. Again, fairly Spartan, but you do see a huge window on the other side of the room, probably 20 foot wide by 15 foot tall, and the top again is kind of rounded at the top. Not stained glass, this is actual glass, and you can see from your distance, from your vantage point, you can see City of Dis below, extending for as far as you can see. In the middle of the room, at the foot of what would appear to be almost, if you could imagine a demonic 4-poster bed made out of solid iron.
Mirrors in the ceiling.
It looks halfway like a bed, halfway like a torture device of some sort, with like these ornate spikes growing off the sides, and instead of a mattress, there's literally just a slab. At the foot of this bed lies a pit fiend.
Does he also have a hole in his chest?
He's lying face down at this time. You don't notice any wounds exiting from the back.
Oh, shit.
Is it our guy?
I'm gonna flip him over.
Make a strength check.
Make a strength check.
To see if you can flip over a pit fiend.
Can I just grab his horn
They're
and pull his head back?
huge. You should get your 2 really strong buddies to do it.
19.
That's a 19.
You're nope, not able to do it. Arnon,
All
you
the
said
strength you can.
you just want to kind of lift his head up. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I just want to pull his horn out, look at his face, see if it's
Pull
our
his
guy.
horn up slightly, and his head is extremely heavy, but you lift it up. No, this is not the same one.
Shit.
Second verse, same as the first.
Is there... I'm going to ask Orpheus and Butch flip this body over.
Okay.
All right. You can either both make strength checks or one make it with advantage.
Let's both make strength checks.
Go for it.
That's why I roll mod, right? Or do I roll
Not promising.
Do I roll athletics or just strength?
You can
strength?
just do straight strength. No, you could have done athletics, I guess.
Strength
But
strength is a plus.
go ahead and do athletics. That's fine. That's a natural one. It
Are
doesn't
you
really
sure?
matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter one way or the other. They're unable to. This thing is heavy, and you didn't realize until you got up close. There is a black liquid, kind of pooling around, and you go to lift him up, and your fingers kind of slip, and your feet slip in that liquid.
Does
I
it
hold-
look like the liquid
I
we
hold-
drank?
No.
I hold my liquid covered hands to Gwen. Do you want this?
No. No. Well,
There's.
no. That's okay.
I mean, it's devil blood. That's a reagent, right?
I'll sneak over to the other door on this side. Well, first of all, are there any other exits out of the Pit Fiend's room?
The only other thing,
Just
the
the
only
window.
other opening you saw was the window, which there's no light. It's fully glassed.
Not even like a closet.
Didn't notice anything.
I'll check the other door on this side and see if it's cracked open too.
It is also cracked, slightly open.
I'll peep in there.
Perception and stealth.
Just for him.
Yes.
So that's a 36 stealth. Oh, 11 perception.
11 perception. Even that's fine. Even with an
I
11
forgot my
perception,
spectacles.
you see a similar scene. Another room very similar in makeup to the one you were just in. Another pit fiend lying, you can assume dead at the foot of their bed. Face
We
down.
see-
No
Face are
loots
down.
in these rooms either.
No.
In the original Pit Fiend's room, can Orpheus try to find any clues, footprints in the blood, or anything like that?
Make an
To give an
investigation
idea
check.
of what it may have been.
Make an investigation check for me.
It's clearly a robbery.
19.
Tivolis was here, scrawled in blood on the wall.
Yeah. You don't notice. With a 19, you can tell this happened a while ago. These bodies are cold. Well, cold in hell standards.
Yeah.
The blood pools are congealed. This you don't notice any signs of who did it, but this happened a long time ago. You could
Down to
assume
the other two.
probably years, if not decades prior. Things don't rot in hell the way they do.
I kind of I report my findings to the group. Something's so wrong here. Who's been monitoring Dispater's sentries?
I don't think they let a lot of people up here.
What about
Just
the pit?
these 6.
What about the Pit Fiend you fought?
Well, we got 2 more doors to check.
The Pit Fiend we fought was, by sheer dumb luck, decapitated by having its neck out exactly at the time that a portal closed.
Right, but my thought process is if these Pit Fiends have been here potentially years, it couldn't include the Pit Fiend you fought.
Something
got 2
else
more
is going
doors.
on.
Just doesn't add up.
Yeah, let's check the other doors to see if we can get a
Which door are you
answer
going
to
to?
this mystery.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm just seeing if it's ajar.
Which one?
The first one and then the second one. Like
The one directly to the right of the one you
walking
can
from
assume
where I
to
just
Tivlis.
was, yeah.
The one directly to the right is closed.
And then the next one.
The next one is ajar.
Open that same scene.
Same scene.
Okay. I guess it's this one. I will check it, see if it's locked.
Go ahead. Investigation check.
$23.
Not locked. Not trapped.
Any type of mechanism to open it?
I mean, there's a handle. Yeah.
Does it just push and pull, or is there a mechanism?
It seems to be like a lever type latch. Just turn and push.
Okay. Because I want to do that so it doesn't make any sound. I want to check it, make sure it's not rusty or squeaky.
Yeah. And I mean, with a 23 investigation check, yeah, it seems
Well
fine.
maintained.
Well maintained. For hell.
You guys ready?
Ready as we're gonna be.
Only way we're gonna
Cast
find answers.
alacrity on myself. Okay, and I'll open that door as quietly and slowly as possible.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Go ahead and everyone make a stealth check.
Ooh.
38.
Oh my god.
There's so many
13.
dice, I can't find my thing.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Wait, don't we have pass without trace?
We do.
That is
Yeah.
path without a trace.
Yeah, you got a
Oh, right.
You got a natural one. Hold on. And finally.
Did you hear your little turtle poot?
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
did. And then I got hopeful.
So, let's just run down these numbers real quick. Arnon with a 38, Gwen with a 14, Casil with a 20, Elric with a 22, Butch with a 13, natural 1, Orpheus with a 21, and Rhett with an 18. As Arnon clicks the lever and slowly starts pushing the door in, you see a similar room to what you saw before. But the first thing you notice is sitting in the center of this room, you see a figure. Back to you, leather wings, folded, red skin. Sitting, you see a kind of red or magical aura kind of swirling around him into almost a cone funnel shape, getting tighter above his head, raising towards the roof. You open the door slightly as this party itself kind of forms around you. Butch, not quite paying as much attention, probably a little in his own thoughts and a little freaking out,
Little turtle poot.
kind of trips over his own feet and kind of slams into the wall a little bit, and you hear a thud, and then suddenly you see the wings twitch on this creature. You see that magical energy kind of dissipate slightly.
I'll run up and stab him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
As you run up I'll give it to you. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
Is it advantage because it's sneak attack?
No, because of Butch's natural 1. He heard it coming.
22.
Roll damage.
I had myself targeted. Let's see. I don't get sneak attack damage then, so 16.
16 damage. As you come in and you kind of stick this fiend, it, in the process of standing up, just kind of turns to you. And you see that familiar face, a face that you decapitated once long ago in a cultist temple underneath the hills outside of Castellatri.
Take him again.
Grin slightly towards you. Sometimes your prey comes to you. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Do I get my second attack?
Maybe next week.
Oh my god.
So,
Maybe next week.
thank you all for joining us and sticking with us. It's about to go down. I think Perry's face says it all right there.
Oh, man.
So, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us. And we look forward to seeing you again next week, where we will see what happens as Arnon just attacked a pit fiend. So,
And hopefully we won't roll a natural 1 on avoiding a war.
Sorry.
thank you all again. Look forward to our new short and mid-range upload schedule coming very soon. And we will see you all next week.
New short this Friday at noon.
New short this
Eastern.
Friday at noon. That's right. Have a fantastic evening.
Yay.